Hello, Scorpio soul. I'm Selena Hart, and today's message isn't just meant to inform you, it's here to prepare you, gently but truthfully, for something that your spirit may have already begun to sense. There is a shift unfolding beneath the surface, quiet but undeniable, and it has everything to do with a necessary ending, an inevitable farewell that's approaching your life. Now, before your mind runs toward fear or your heart clenches with dread, I need you to hear me clearly. This farewell is not a loss in the way the world often paints endings. It's not punishment. It's not tragedy. It is, in its highest form, a spiritual release, a release from something that, at one time, felt aligned, necessary, maybe even sacred, but has now reached the end of its purpose in your journey. This ending could take many forms. It may be a person whose chapter in your life is closing. It may be a job, a role, a belief system you've carried for years, or even a version of yourself that no longer fits who you're becoming. And yes, it may hurt. It may bring waves of emotion you weren't expecting. But even in that discomfort, I want you to know this. The universe doesn't take from you to leave you empty. It removes what no longer serves so you can rise into what you were always meant to embody. You are not being stripped down. You are being prepared. Prepared for rebirth, for recalibration, for something far more aligned with your soul's truth. This is not the end of something valuable. It's the clearing of space for something far more powerful to emerge. As we move forward together through this message, I want you to remember that the pain of letting go is temporary, but the freedom it creates can be transformational. You are not meant to carry everything forever. And sometimes, the most sacred act of self-respect is to release what's quietly asking to be let go. We'll talk more about how to move through this shift with wisdom. But for now, breathe. You're not falling apart. You're being carved open to carry more of your own light. And now, Scorpio. And let's talk about what's happening in the sky. Because what's unfolding above is deeply intertwined with what you're feeling within. There is a rare astrological alignment taking place right now. One that hasn't occurred in over a decade. And it holds immense significance for your soul's transformation. The sun, the core of identity, clarity, and divine will, is forming a once-in-1 5-year aspect with Pluto, your ruling planet, the one that governs death, rebirth, and everything hidden beneath the surface. This is not a casual alignment. This is what ancient mystics called a phoenix portal, a cosmic threshold that doesn't just suggest change, it demands it. For you, Scorpio, this isn't foreign territory. You were born under the sign of the phoenix. You know what it means to walk into the fire, not just to survive it, but to be completely remade by it. And now that fire is being lit again, not in punishment, but as sacred invitation. Pluto is calling you back into your essence. Not the persona you wear for the world, not the version of you that negotiates your truth for comfort or connection, but the core of who you are, raw, powerful, intuitive, and unafraid of the dark. This alignment accelerates the kind of transformation that usually takes years to unfold. What may have taken you a decade to shed, understand, or finally walk away from could now dissolve in weeks if you're willing to surrender to the deeper rhythm guiding your life. The more you resist, the more it may feel like your life is unraveling. But the truth is, what's unraveling is the illusion, the facade, the pattern that kept you small. The energy of this transit is not subtle, it's exact, surgical, and soul-directed. It brings to the surface what must be released and refuses to let you look away. So ask yourself now, what part of your life feels like it's trying to die but you're still keeping it on life support? What outdated version of yourself are you trying to keep alive out of habit, guilt, or fear? This cosmic doorway won't stay open forever. But while it is, you have the rare chance to walk through it not broken, not lost, but honest, awakened, and ready. This is your moment. Scorpio, and the sky agrees. Scorpio, as this phoenix portal opens wider, you'll begin to feel the tremors within your own body and spirit long before anything visibly collapses on the outside. The transformation is personal now. Visceral. You may find yourself suddenly uncomfortable in places, roles, or relationships that once felt like home. There's a growing sense that you're outgrowing your own skin, that what used to bring you comfort now feels like a cage. It's not a mistake. It's not weakness. It's evolution. You might notice your emotions becoming more volatile or unpredictable, not because you're losing control, but because your soul is pushing suppressed truths to the surface. Old anger, hidden grief, sudden waves of vulnerability, these are not setbacks. Scorpio, they are signals, sacred messengers. They come to show you what's still living in your nervous system, waiting to be acknowledged, released, and rewritten. Your body, too, may feel the strain fatigue without explanation, or bursts of energy that come in waves. It's the physical price of spiritual realignment. You're not just thinking differently, you're becoming different. And your body is trying to keep up with the frequency. Relationships may begin to shift without warning. People you once resonated with may now feel distant, dissonant. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly may suddenly feel hollow, and like echoes of a script you no longer believe in. This isn't personal failure, it's spiritual shedding. The universe is creating space, making room for new connections, new purpose, and deeper intimacy that can only emerge when you stop pretending to be okay with what no longer fits. So if you're feeling restless, disoriented, even disconnected, that's not a breakdown. That's your rebirth in progress. You are not who you were. And though that truth may come with grief or confusion, it also comes with power. A new identity is rising from your inner core. The more you allow yourself to feel it all, to witness the chaos, without trying to rush it or numb it, the more gracefully you will emerge. This is the chrysalis. Scorpio. It's dark. It's sacred. And it's yours. Scorpio. Now that you understand what's rising and unraveling within you, the question becomes, how will you walk through it? And this is where the spiritual invitation deepens, not just to recognize the change, but to shift the way you relate to it. Because as powerful as your instincts are, as much as you want clarity, control, or a sense of what's next, this is not a chapter that responds well to force. You cannot muscle your way through metamorphosis. You cannot outrun the cocoon or command the butterfly to arrive faster. You are being called now to surrender, not out of passivity, but as a radical act of trust. This is what sacred surrender means in your world. Scorpio, to stop clenching your fists around what is already dissolving, to stop interrogating your emotions as if discomfort means you're doing something wrong, to stop rushing the process just because it feels unfamiliar. Instead, lean in, soften your resistance. Let the old shape fall apart without needing to understand every reason why. The wisdom will reveal itself on the other side of release. Hold gratitude not just for what's beginning, but for what's ending. Thank the cycles that once held you, the roles that protected you, the masks you wore to survive. Every piece of your past had a purpose, but now they are becoming too small for the soul you're growing into. And there is power in honoring what's been out, even as you quietly bless it goodbye. Keep your heart open. Scorpio, I know that's not easy for someone who feels so deeply, who has been betrayed or broken in places the world never saw. But openness isn't naivety, it's bravery. It's the decision to remain receptive to what is still possible, even after grief, even after fear. This openness is not about inviting chaos. It's about making space for the unexpected grace that often arrives when you stop trying to predict the outcome. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to keep choosing alignment over approval, truth over safety, and surrender over control. The more you practice this, the more you'll begin to see that this transformation, no matter how chaotic, is not happening to you. It's happening through you. And when you let go with reverence, what comes to replace it is not just new, it's sacred. And now, Scorpio, as we reach the heart of this message, I want you to remember something that the world often forgets about you. You are not here to live in hiding. You are not here to dilute your truth for the comfort of others. You were born to carry power, not the kind that dominates, but the kind that transforms, the kind that walks into darkness and returns with light, the kind that sees what's broken and refuses to abandon it. You are a soul forged in intensity, built for rebirth. That's why this moment is not here to destroy you, it's here to reveal you. So I'll ask you now, gently but directly, will you resist this transformation, clinging to what is familiar but fading? Or will you stand, heart open and trembling, and say yes to the unknown? Because that yes, that courageous surrender is what opens the door to miracles. That is what lets the phoenix rise. And make no mistake, this is your moment to rise. And know, Scorpio, you are not alone in this. Across the world, others under your same sign are feeling the same pull, the same unraveling, the same sacred invitation. And the way you choose to meet this chapter doesn't just change your path, it echoes. Your courage becomes a torch. Your truth becomes a mirror. And your willingness to embrace what others fear becomes a quiet revolution that helps them find their own way. You are not just transforming for yourself, you are transforming for every silent soul watching you, wondering if it's safe to let go, wondering if there's life beyond the pain. Show them that there is. Show them what rebirth looks like when it's led, not by fear, but by faith. Because Scorpio, you are not here to be contained. You are here to break patterns, break illusion, break free. The fire within you is not meant to be tamed, it's meant to illuminate. So don't dim it now. Let it burn through what no longer fits. Let it light the way forward, not just for you, but for everyone still afraid of the dark. This is your calling. This is your legacy. And this inevitable farewell is the key that will unlock it all. So, Scorpio, if you've made it to this point, it means your soul is ready. Ready to face the quiet unraveling. Ready to stand at the edge of what's ending without needing all the answers. And most of all, ready to trust that what's being taken from you is only clearing space for what's been waiting to arrive. This farewell you're feeling, it isn't failure. It isn't punishment. It's permission. Permission to evolve. Permission to stop carrying what no longer mirrors your truth. Permission to shed the layers that once protected you, but now only keep you small. The question is no longer whether the change will come. It's already here. The only question is, will you meet it with resistance? Or will you open your hands, your heart, your entire being, and receive it as the sacred invitation it truly is? Remember, you are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. If this message found you at the right time, share it. Or someone else may need the strength that's awakening in you right now. And if you're ready to walk through this transformation with grace, with fire, and with full awareness of who you are becoming, then stay close. There's more light coming, and it's yours.